What's good, fellas? This is Trey, and the topic of this presentation is how to beat the competition and get the women you want. All right. So we got to understand as men that this is a competition. Back in the day, in the caveman days, when there was a beautiful woman around, you would have to pick up your club and you'd have to fight the other cavemen, and whoever won got the woman. Right? Like that's literally what was going on back in the caveman days. Like you used to have to fight for women, like physically, right? And then you'd have to build your tribe, you know what I mean? So then, if somebody steps up, he has his tribe, then the other guy, he may back down because he's like, oh fuck, I don't have a tribe, you know what I mean? So I'm at a loss here you go, here's the woman or whatever. It was a competition and it was brutal. It was barbaric. It was animalistic, bro. You know what I mean? I don't, imagine they didn't really have language back then, so it wasn't no talking, bro. It was just straight, let's bang, right? I have my club, let's go, or I have my whatever, my fire stick, I'll burn you, right? That's what it was. It was a competition, and man, I think it was probably pretty fun. I would have loved to be in the caveman days, and that would have been my shit. But anyway, now in the time we're in now, it's not like that. It's still a competition, but it's different now. Now it's about communication. Now it's about finesse. Now it's about intellect. It's about, being smart, being intelligent, having power. You can't just go and club somebody down for his girl, he end up in jail. So it's a different game, but you still need to understand it is a competition. And so how do you beat the competition? Because you got to know, if you're going for really attractive women, they're being pursued by lots of men. Okay, some of these women are actually like being pursued by like very high status men, like men who have a lot of money, very successful, whatever. And they're rejecting some of those men, by the way, right? Some of them are being pursued by models and all type of shit, right? And I've seen like these girls, they go on Tinder and they swipe left on like guys that literally look like Greek gods and shit like that. So it's like, okay, it's a competition, bro. So now you have to ask yourself, what am I bringing to the competition? Like, what are you competing with? What's your value, right? You got to understand the law of exchange, okay? If you want something, you have to give something in return. When you see a woman that you find attractive, her value is her replication value, okay? At a biological level, that's what's turning you on, her replication value. And then also, maybe your idea of how she may be. So maybe you have an idea of how her personality is going to be based on how she looks. But the point is, her replication value is what's turning you on, right? That's why you don't get turned on by a man, because a man doesn't have replication value, all right? But a woman does. Her replication value is the fact that if you mate with her, you can extend, your legacy, man. Like, she can help you have children. She can help your genes keep going, right? That's her value. Now, your value is survival value, right? Her value is replication value. Your value is survival value. And so in order to beat the competition, you have to somehow demonstrate that you have the survival value that she's looking for, right? Because women, we as we know, women are picky. They're very selective. There's a specific kind of guy she's looking for, right? And so you as a man, you want to have the core qualities that are attractive to most women. And then once you have those core qualities, then you want to add on these other qualities that make you unique. And that's when you have to get clarity on who are you, right? So I'll go through the core qualities in case you've never heard me talk about them. These are from Mystery, right? And, maybe some of you know about Mystery, maybe some of you don't, whatever. But I'm telling you, these 5 qualities, I have them and they work, right? That I use these qualities to create attraction, and then I've added some other ones on top. But here's the 5 ones. Pre-selection. You as a man, you want to somehow, some way, create a condition where it is clear that you have other women in your life that you're having sex with. You have to create that perception somehow, right? Even if it's not true, figure out how to create that perception. And what I mean by that is your character. You can develop a character that is attractive. So for example, me, right? The way how I carry myself and the way how I communicate and stuff like that. If I told you I had no women, like I wasn't getting any women, like at all, it'd be hard to believe, right? Because of the way how I'm carrying myself, because of my self-belief, my confidence, right? Like the way how I, you know what I mean? I make sure I always look good, you know what I mean? Like I take myself seriously, like not super like I don't take myself super seriously, but like, you know what I mean? I carry myself as if I am somebody, right? I don't carry myself like, oh, you know, just another guy or whatever, right? So just that alone creates the perception that I get women. Even if I wasn't getting any women, you would assume that. You know what I mean? And it's just my energy. It's just my way of being. So that's something you can work on as a man. Even if you don't have any women right now, start acting like you have women. Because that's what I did because I started off like shy. I started off shy, like literally I left high school without ever kissing a girl, without ever having a girlfriend, still was a virgin, all of that. And I figured out how to overcome all of that. So, but I had to, whatever they say, fake it till you make it, whatever you want to call it. To me, you start manifesting the way you want to be. So you see it metaphysically, you see it in your mind, you have a vision of who you want to be, how you want to be, and you just start being that version of yourself now. Because if you start working towards it, in a sense, it's guaranteed. Like if you're willing to put the work in and and persevere and be committed to the goal, it's pretty much guaranteed. If you make it up in your mind that you're willing to do whatever it takes and you're not gonna stop, because that's what I did. You know, I literally made it up in my mind like, this is what I want. Like, I want a girlfriend. That was my first goal. I want a girlfriend. And I said, gonna do whatever it takes to get a girlfriend. I don't give a fuck what I have to do. If I had to approach 1 million girls, well, I'm glad I didn't have to approach 1 million. That's quite it's quite a lot of girls. But I was willing to do that. Like if that was what was necessary, because I was not okay with having a below average or underachieving in my dating life. I was not okay with that. Actually, I was sick of it. That's part of the game. You have to get sick of the bullshit, sick of the condition. Like, yo, I'm tired of this shit, bro. I have to do something about this, right? And so I made a decision, okay, I need to, make some moves. I need to start taking some action, and I need to start being this version of myself now. So before I lose my train of thought, what I was talking about, basically the whole pre-selection thing. It's like you have to start being and demonstrating that you have pre-selection, that you have other women that are into you, because that's one of the attraction triggers at a biological level that women are looking for in a man, okay? So this is a competition, so you want to have these things under your belt. You want to have these things as part of your character. And these are things that are under the surface, bro. Like, I don't have to go and say, hey, I have women. It's just, I just know that is something I need to communicate that's attractive to women. I'm just aware of that. You see what I'm saying? So pre-selection, that's the first one. Leader of men. Okay, you want to demonstrate leadership qualities. As I was talking about the whole caveman thing. A caveman, like back in the caveman days, the leader used to get women. The guy who was leading men, the guy who had a tribe and he was the leader of the tribe, he was the alpha. And guess what? The alpha gets the women. The alpha gets to mate with the women, right? And so that's still hardwired in us. Right? That's still hardwired in us. So even us as men, when we see a leader, we're like, yo, that shit is cool, man. Like, you respect him. You'll treat him better than the follower, right? So the same thing with women. Like, when a woman sees a leader, biologically, in her head, she may just say, okay, he's a leader, so he's probably, He must have some confidence, whatever. But at a biological level, he's demonstrating survival value. Because if he's a leader, that means he has influence. That means he can get shit to happen. He can make shit happen, right? He has influence. He has power, right? He's in a leadership role. He can get the people below him to do shit, or he can convince them to do shit, right? And that would actually, if she aligned with that guy as opposed to the followers, she would benefit more from him, right? You see what I'm saying? So that's survival value, right? And I really got to understand the survival value thing by putting myself in a woman's shoe. Like, if I was a woman, what guy would I go for? Yeah, I would go for the guy who has pre-selection. Why? Because if a guy is already getting women, that means he must have some value. He must be doing some things right. There must be a reason why these women are getting with him. So for that reason, it makes the woman's life a lot easier. Like, oh, he's already getting women, so I don't have to do as much investigation, right? Leader of men. If I was a woman and I saw a guy was a leader of men, I would say, okay, well, he has power, he has influence. If I got with him, he'd be able to protect me. He'd be able to, you know, make sure we have food and all this thing, right? Because he's demonstrating that he's already winning without the woman, right? He doesn't need the woman. He's already doing this thing. He's already leading. He's already making shit happen. Healthy emotions. If I was a woman, I'd want a man with healthy emotions. I don't want a man that's out of control, that's crazy, that's gonna kick me one day or kick my child. I don't want that. Right? Put yourself in a woman's shoes. What's the next one? Successful risk taker. Right? If I was a woman, I'd want a man that's a successful risk taker. Because if you understand anything about life, in life you have to take risk. In life you have to step into the unknown. You got to get outside your comfort zone to create different results and create different conditions in life. So if I'm a woman and I see a guy as a successful risk taker, that's attractive as well. Okay? And then the fifth one is protector of loved ones. If I'm a woman and a guy is demonstrating he's a protector of loved ones, that's attractive as well. Because I know he's going to protect me. He's going to protect, if we have a child, he's going to protect the child. And I'm safe, right? So a lot of understanding attraction is you have to put yourself in the woman's shoes. Not a lot of guys, I feel like y'all don't really do this. I do this. I literally, as weird as it sounds, I'll literally try to envision, okay, what if I was a woman? Like, what would I be looking for in a man? Like, and I really try to get into this state of mind. And then when I read certain things, I line that up, then I go out and get my own references and see if it makes sense, right? So those five, like, I've went and tested. I don't just read a book and just take on information. I read the mystery method. He gave us those 5 survival values. I applied it, and I did see the women respond to you differently, positively, in a better way when you have these 5 qualities, right? You just want to have them, right? Just figure it out, get those 5 qualities. It's going to make a difference. Okay, now from there, so you have the 5 main attraction triggers, right? The 5 main survival values that trigger attraction on a biological level. This is a level that the woman cannot, she can't really deny it. She has to feel it. The same way, like when we see a woman that has a nice ass, nice tits, nice figure, we get turned on. The same when a guy demonstrates these survival values, she gets turned on, right? But she's not like, doesn't mean she wants to have sex with him. It just means she's starting to get interested. Okay, he's kind of hot or whatever, right? But a woman will reject a guy that's hot, you know what I mean? Because she has so many options, and you know they have abundance when it comes to men. So they can be picky like that. Like, imagine if you had a ton of women coming at you all the time. It's like, you could be picky, right? And nobody can't tell you shit, because at the end of the day, you have a ton of options. So you have that, you can kind of decide, okay, do I want to be with this woman, or maybe I want a couple or whatever, because you have abundance. Okay, great. So you have those 5 survival values. Now from there, now we're talking about, okay, how do we beat the competition? What if another guy has those 5 survival values? You have to figure out, what character am I going to design in my life? Have you realized that the way how you are, the beingness that you have right now, have you realized, did you really get conscious and decide the kind of person you want to be? Like, did you actually create and design yourself, or are you kind of a product of your environment, you know, a product of the people who raised you, a product of the friends that you happen to have, a product of the family that was in your life, right? We need to, like, look at that. Like, did I design this version of myself, or am I just being something that kind of just happened, right? Or did I just kind of accept the way I am? Like, the one thing that I did not do is I did not accept the way I was. Here's what I mean, because this could be taken out of context. When I was in high school, middle school and high school, I was the shy guy. I was the guy that didn't get any girls. I was the introverted guy that couldn't speak up for himself, that was really quiet, that socially awkward. Like, all these things that just wasn't attractive, right? What if I would have accepted that? Like, what if I would have left high school and I would have said, well, you know, all my years in high school, I was a shy guy. I guess that's just who I'm supposed to be. Like, I could have done that, and that would have been, you know, probably been a sad story. You know, I would have just end up being some average guy, maybe possibly just settle for the first girl that gives me a chance, probably just get married, probably be miserable, maybe get a divorce. That's probably what would have happened, you know? But I chose to go in a different path. I chose to design the character, the kind of man that I wanted to be, right? I said, fuck that. I do not want to be that guy that's not getting women. Especially when because I used to see my friends getting girls, and I was like, bruh, like, if they could get girls, I should be able to do it too. Like, there's just something I'm doing wrong here. Like, I know there has to be a way. You know what I mean? I had some stuff going for me. Like, I'm 6 foot. You know what I mean? I have a good physique and stuff like that. So I was like, I mean, it's not like I'm butt ugly, or it's not like I have literally nothing going for me. Like, God gave me some cards to play with, right? It's just that I didn't have the confidence. I didn't have the communication skills. I didn't have the understanding of female nature, you know? Certain things I didn't have. So I took what I had and I improved upon it and amplified it. And I took it as far as I could. You know what I mean? Like, the law of exchange, the woman has a replication value. I started working on my survival value. I worked on getting those 5 qualities I talked about, developing them into my beingness. I worked on my style. I worked on my look. Okay? I worked on my communication skills. I used to be shy. I used to shake. My voice used to shake and I couldn't even say a word. Okay? I really worked on that part of myself. I literally designed my way of speaking. I worked on my mannerisms, right? Like, my body language. I worked on that. I worked on making sure that I have my head up, my, chin up, chest out, you know what I mean? Relax. Like, I worked on all of that. Literally, I worked on how I walk. Like, my walk is designed because it's my life. I can do that. I can design my life. It's fun. It's not like, a chore. Like, you're literally designing whatever movies or TV shows or whatever you used to like growing up. You can design your own version of that. Like, superheroes that I thought were cool, I used them to become myself. Like, I used to think superheroes that had muscles were cool, so I went and got me some muscles. You know, I like the guys that we used to wear the chain, so I went and got myself a little chain. You know what I mean? Nothing too serious, but this is my vibe. I thought earrings were cool, so I went and got earrings. You know what I mean? I thought, I got this bracelet as a gift. But I thought rings were cool, so I started getting some rings. You know what I mean? Like, you whatever you think is cool, whatever you think is hot, whatever you think is sexy, you start going and designing yourself. Start believing that you are worthy of being great, that you are worthy of being a king. You are worthy of being a sexy beast. You are worthy of being powerful. You are worthy of being an emperor. You're worthy of being a superhero. You're worthy of being a whatever word comes to your mind. You know, at one point I used to like this idea of being a demigod, like this idea of being half man, half God, right? And so, like, I took that on. It's in me. It's in my character, by the way. I read this book. You probably read it before. The Percy Jackson series, right? It's about demigods. I took that on. I took that on as part of my character, because I'm trying to. You got to understand, like, you get a woman first by attracting her. Second, by making her feel comfortable. And third, by seducing her. The seducing part is what you need to understand. You need to become seductive You need to create a fantasy experience for her, an experience that other guys can't give her. That's how you beat the competition. You know, you become more seductive than the competition. You bring her into your own universe. You start creating your own kingdom. You start creating your own world and make it cool as fuck. Make it cool as fuck. Make it a video game. Make it a movie. Make it a different planet. Your universe, your world, you can design it how you want. But you got to be strong. Because people are going to test you and challenge you. Oh, you're not that. Oh, you can't be that. Oh, you're not that. You're just... And you have to slap each person. Like, not physically, but like, let them know, like, no, I am this. Matter of fact, if you say I'm not, I'm going to amplify it. I'm going to bring it up even more. I'm going to put it in your face even more if you keep trying me. No, don't back down and say, oh, yeah, you're right. I should probably chill out. Bro. Turn it up, actually. Turn it up. Right? It's this idea that your life is now. Every second is ticking. Your life is going by. Life is not waiting for you. It's not waiting for you to, like, start living. You got to start living now. Right? So if you're not happy with your dating life, you got to do something about it now. Okay? If you're not getting the kind of women you want, you have to start working on becoming more attractive. Now. Do something today. What can you do today? Even if it's a small thing. You know what I mean? Even if you make the decision, you know what, man, I'm going to start doing some push-ups. That's better than not doing any push-ups. That's a start. You know what? I'm going to start to eat a little healthier. You know, I'm going to start drinking some more water. Like, just start doing things that are going to make you more attractive. You know, I'm going to start reading some books. You know, I'm going to start going for a walk and getting more in tune with nature. You know what? I'm going to start take on a dancing class or so. You know what I mean? Just start doing shit to make yourself more attractive. Stop just waiting for some. I don't know what are you waiting for? There's nothing to wait for, bruh. Nobody is coming to, like, just give you a girl. It's not going to happen, bruh. You have to go and get the girl. I went through middle and high school, literally no kiss, bruh. No girlfriend. I used to just watch my friends killing it. Girlfriends left and right. Right? And you know what I mean? And it's like, nah, bruh. I'm not going to accept mediocre, below average results in my life. In my dating life, in my business life, in my personal life. It's not cool, bruh. I ain't with it. So you beat the competition by amplifying the character that you are playing in your life, which your life is a movie. You start setting a powerful frame for your life. Your life is a movie. Imagine your life is being recorded. There's a video camera that is always recording you 24/7. And you had to watch that camera. What would you see? Would you be like, man, that guy is the shit? Or would you say, bro, that dude sucks, or that dude is corny, or that dude is whatever, he's boring? Nah, bro. That if you would say that dude is boring or any of that stuff, that means you're living below your potential. You have way more potential than that. You need to get more in your masculine. You need to start taking more action. You need to start being more assertive. You need to start creating. Get more creative. Get artistic. You know, get more in touch with your imagination. I just bought this book off of Amazon because I started reading fiction books during the when this COVID-19 came and we were stuck in the house. I started reading fiction. I read the Percy Jackson series, which was a really great series that helped me get more in touch with my imagination. And I just went and got this book called Mortal Instruments. It's called Mortal Instruments, book 1. And it's actually a female lead is in the book. Now, I usually, when I read books, I'd rather read about a male lead, but I was like, you know what? Let me try something different. Maybe I might read this book and it might add some flavor to my game, add some flavor to my character. Maybe I get a female perspective on some things, you know? Because I know there's gonna be some guy in the book that she's gonna try to get, so I can get in her head and see, okay, what is she like about this guy? And then I might take some qualities. If I see he got some qualities that's really captivated her, I'm gonna take those qualities and put it in my character. And the thing is, nobody has to know what you're doing. This can just be something you do. You just take different qualities, different attributes from different people, and you put it into your design. Because it's a competition. You gotta beat the competition by showing your value. Don't be shy. I used to be shy. Being shy doesn't get you anywhere. As a man, it doesn't get you anywhere. Like, maybe as a woman, you can be shy and just be pretty, and you can, men will pursue you. As a guy, if you walk around shy and timid and weak, you're not gonna get no high caliber women, right? Maybe you might get some desperate woman or whatever, but if you want like you know what I mean? You want what you want, then you gotta become what she wants. You see what I'm saying? You have to look at it differently. You have to go into her shoes and say, like, if I was a woman, what kind of guy would I want? Because you gotta understand, as men, if you're doing your shit, your stock is going up. As you get older, you get more attractive because your survival value goes up. You acquire more resources. You develop more character. You develop more strength. You develop more, your income increases. You know what I mean? Your social skills increase. Your mindset increases. You become more emotionally stable. Your stock goes up. Now, a woman, as I said, her value is her replication value, right? Her ability to have kids, essentially. So as she gets older, that value goes down, okay? So that's one thing we need to understand as men is we have that in our favor, meaning we can actually work on different things that will make us attractive in the future, and we will maintain that attraction because it's not replication. It's not something that's gonna fade. This is survival value. This is us developing characters, qualities, qualities in our character that are attractive. This is us designing a world that's attractive, that a woman can come into our world and be fascinated. Whoa, he does this. Whoa, you do that. Wow, you say this. Wow, you're so different, so interesting, so unique. That's what I'm saying. You got to see your life as a movie. See your life as a video game. See your life as an amazing book. If you read books, like you ever read a book that was really captivating, you couldn't put it down, create your life to be like that. And start down. Like, visualize, like write down, okay, what would my ideal life look like? Like what kind of experiences would I be able to create? What kind of skills would I have? What kind of qualities would I have? And start working on these things. You know what I mean? I started playing the piano again. My mom put me in piano classes when I was a kid. And I used to think it was whack, man. I used to think it was corny. And I used to be like, yo, I just want to play basketball. But now that I got older, I realized, like, yo, this piano is deadly when it comes to women, bro. When I pull out the piano, that shit is so unexpected. And she's just like, what? And then I sing. And before, I used to think that stuff was corny, but that's another thing I use to beat the competition, right? I show up and I look like how I look, but then out of nowhere, I get on the piano and I play some classical shit. And she's like, what? Right? Because I'm playing the game, bro. I understand that you first you attract her, then you make her feel comfortable, and then you seduce her. That's the seduction part, right? First, you need to show that you're a grounded, masculine man. That's the beginning of the game. Show her that you're grounded and masculine. She needs to first know, is this a man or a boy? That's the first part. Once that's handled, you have to make her feel comfortable by being authentic and genuine and real. So she can say, oh, okay, this guy is not putting on a facade. He's not trying to manipulate me. He's being genuine. He's being real. He's accepting whether or not I accept or reject him. Okay, I can kind of chill out and put my shields down. Boom, now you seduce her. Now you show her, different qualities about you that maybe she didn't see in the beginning. Now you pull out the piano. Now you show her what kind of car you got or whatever. You don't use that to get her in the beginning. Like, she needs to see that later. Like, whatever cool things you got going on, like, that's the seduction. You see what I'm saying? But if you start throwing that at her in the beginning, she's like, okay, this dude is trying to, like, he's trying to impress me. His value must not be that high, because a king, that's what I say, like, see yourself as a king, because it sets the right frame. A king wouldn't go around, like, trying to show people, hey, look how much money I have, or hey, look how much gold I have, or whatever. His presence would just let you know, look, this is a king. You know, his presence, his communication, right? His ability to express himself. You would just know, yo, that's a king. You know what I mean? Even like a true king should be able to wear a pants, just a regular pants, a regular shirt, and you should still be able to tell he's a king because of the way how he carries himself. Not what he's wearing, not what he has, not his income. It's his beingness, it's his essence. Go a little bit longer. All right. So if you want to beat the competition, bro, you got to turn yourself into your own version of a sexy beast. Okay? The beast part is the courage. It's the courage. It's the discipline. It's the masculine. That's why I said beast, because we're not just going for man. We're gonna, you know how I set goals? Here's why, like, instead of me calling, I could have just called this the sexy man group, right? The way how I set goals is if I want to, let's say I want to get a girlfriend, I set a goal that I want to get 5 girlfriends. If I want to make $10,000, I set a goal that I want to make 100,000. If I want to, I don't know, if my goal is to be able to do 100 push-ups, I'll set a goal to do 200 push-ups. Why do I do that? Because if I aim for, how does the saying go? If you aim for the moon, then even if you don't hit the moon, you'll end up on the stars. I believe in that, right? Because if I aim for something high, really high, and let's say I don't hit it, or maybe it's taking me along to hit it, along the way, I'm going to hit the actual goal I was going for. Grant Cardone talks about this in the 10X rule. It's kind of a similar concept. It's like whatever you want, you 10X it, right? For me, I don't necessarily 10X it, but sometimes I'll 10X it, or sometimes I'll double it, whatever. But I make the goal greater than what I'm trying to achieve. If I want to get a beautiful girl, then I say, you know what? I want to get the best girl in the world, right? I'll just aim higher than what I'm going for. So even when it comes to creating me and how attractive I want to be, that's why I said sexy beast. If you tell yourself every single day, I'm a sexy beast, what do you think is going to happen? You're going to start doing different things to align with that, because you don't want to lie to yourself. You want it to actually be like, if you're telling yourself sexy beast, you're like, okay, I need to become a sexy beast, right? So you start doing things to become a sexy beast, and over time you will get there. But it's that consistency and that discipline that creates the character. Like this way of being that I'm demonstrating was created in the past. I didn't just become this person today. It was my past actions that created that. So if I want to create another version of myself, I have to start with my current actions, and then I'll create that new version, right? So right now, sexy beast, maybe in a while, and maybe in the future, it may be, God Lord, sexy God Lord. I don't know, you know what I mean? But there's an evolution here. I don't stay complacent. I don't just say, okay, I got some women and I have a good business and everything is okay now, let's stop. No, I just keep going. Bro. Because I want to reach my potential. You know what I mean? I want to reach my potential. I want to see how great I can become. I want to see what's the best experience I can have. What's the most attractive girl I can attract. You know what I mean? What is the most interesting experience or moment I can have in life? Like, I want to keep, because life is there's just so much possibilities, right? There's so many things to uncover, so many mysteries, hidden gems. But you can only have these experiences by putting in the work, by doing something, by taking action, by having goals, having a vision, having a purpose, and driving, bro, and going, and exerting energy, and having fun with it. It's supposed to be fun. Being a man is fun. Being shy and timid and lacking confidence and insecure and lost and clueless and all that shit ain't cool, bro. It's not fun. It's fun being masculine. It's fun being grounded. It's fun having the proper dynamic when it comes to the male and the female. I do not want to be in a relationship with a woman that is in the masculine role, that is telling me, hey, what you doing? Hey, why you ain't doing that? Hey, you were with that girl the other day. I ain't with that, bro. That's not the right frame. That's misery. That's misery. She doesn't want to be in that role, by the way. Like, she doesn't want to a man that she can talk down to like that and just tell him what to do, and he's just gonna say, oh yes, I'm sorry. She doesn't want that. She's testing you to see if you're gonna do something about it. And if you don't do anything about it, she's either gonna leave you or she's gonna cheat on you. Straight up. Straight up. And I experienced this, so I know it's facts. But I changed my behavior. I changed my beingness, and I got a different result with women, right? The results change. The dynamic change. The way they respond to you changes, right? Because you change your identity. You change your world. You change your universe. You change your vocabulary. You stop using the same words you were using before. And you speak to women differently. You know what I mean? You speak to her from a frame of, I'm a king. I'm a king. And I have qualifications, young lady. If you want to be my queen, you must meet my qualifications. I'm not going to chase you. If you do not want to be with me, then it's okay. You can walk away or I'll walk away. But I'm not going to change the way I am just so I can get some pussy. You know, that was one of the things that I didn't respect. When I used to go to the club, I used to see guys in the club doing weird shit to get some pussy, bro. That just shit ain't cool, bro. Get some pussy, but can you keep the girl? Like, that's another part, like, that I feel is important. It's like, yeah, it's cool. You can probably get some quick pussy or some lucky pussy, but can you keep the girl? Can you keep her in your life? Can you keep her in your life consistently? Can you keep her interested in you? Can you keep her sexually interested in you? That's the question I want to ask you. How are you going to do that? As I said, there's competition. So how are you going to keep her interested if there's all these other men? By becoming the greatest version of yourself. By tapping into beast mode. By going after exactly what you want in your life. Finding your gift, finding your purpose, finding your passion, and going for it 110% and make that your life goal. And speak into the universe. Tell the universe that I'm here and I'm ready to go. Let's go. The universe, once the universe sees that you're not full of shit, the universe will start helping you, bro. The universe is like, fuck, this dude is evolving. He's actually benefiting others because he's bringing up his value, and his value actually, you know, it benefits others. It's not like a selfish value. Like, that's one thing you want to focus on, is developing value that's beneficial to others. When you improve your communication skills, when you work on your character, when you develop some skills, when you develop some ability, when you develop survival value, you know, you acquire resources. This will benefit others. This will benefit women. When you approach a woman, her value is clear and obvious. Her replication value is very clear and obvious. And then you get to know her if she's in her feminine, and you know what I mean, and she allows you to be in your masculine, stuff like that. Those are other qualities that are attractive. But the obvious one is how she looks, right? That's where it starts. How she looks. Her value is very clear. However, a woman, as you should know, some women, like, they'll see like an attractive guy or whatever, that's cool. But you hear these stories of these guys, and I've seen it many times. I used to go to the club. I used to see these things over and over. A very good looking guy, he opens his mouth and the girl turns her back and walks away. Because he has no character, bro. He's not grounded in his masculinity. He has no balls. He sound like he was trying to get something from her. She could feel it. She could feel something was off. Something just dried her up right away. Like, maybe if she saw him was starting to get a little wet, and then she went up to him and he said something, and she just dried up, bro. It's kind of the same thing. Like, imagine you approached a girl and you thought she was very physically attractive, and then like out of nowhere her tits fell off. You saw her ass was fake, her ass fell off, her lips fell off. You'd be like, what the fuck? I'm out of here. No matter what she said, no matter what she did, it's nothing because her value's gone, right? So it's about value, bro. What is your value? What do you bring to the table? Women are more interested in character than looks when it comes to a man because character demonstrates survival value. A man of strong character is a man of survival. You can only develop strong character through survival, through thriving actually, because you must have overcame challenges. Your character gets tested. Strength in character is character that has been tested. I have been tested. When I decided to be this version of myself, I got tested. Oh, why you wearing a tank top in your videos? Oh, why you stand up when everybody sits down? Oh, why you don't do it professionally? Why you ain't not politically correct? And I maintain my character no matter what these dudes say. I don't care what they got to say, bro. You do you, bro. Whatever you want to do, that's fine. But I'm gonna do it my way. That song by Frank Sinatra is a very good song. And I did it my way. Yes, I'm doing it my way, bro. And that's how you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to do it your way, not your parents' way, not your friend's way, not the old past you's way, not the way that the environment's telling you to be, not the way society's telling you to be, your way. Your way, okay? So look, you're watching this, okay, I hope this made sense, this whole thing about beating out the competition, being your best self, being a beast. Now, you can take this information and go and apply it, right? And you will get results if you apply it. But I have a program that has structure where you can follow the structure and a proven structure, a proven formula, a proven system that's going to develop attractive qualities that will allow you to handle your dating life. It'll allow you to start attracting the kind of women you want. It'll allow you to have the relationship you want. Or relationships, you know? Some of you want rotations, some of you just want one woman, right? But in order to attract the right woman, first we need to become a man that can create abundance. Because you need to have options. In order to get the right woman, you need to have options so you can choose the woman you want. Not just whatever woman shows up and you just, oh, finally a woman. No, we want options, bro. So in my program, I show you exactly the 3 core qualities. 1, 2, 3. Sometimes I gotta make sure got the right number of fingers up. The 3 core qualities that I found to be the most attractive qualities that attract women, right? And the more you amplify these qualities, the more attractive you become to women and the higher, like if you're getting 6s and 7s, if you bring up these qualities, you go to 7s and 8s. You keep bringing it up, you go to 8s and 9s. And the thing about these 3 qualities, I'm about to tell you what they are, but they affect all areas of your life. Obviously, I focus on the dating life because that's where I put a lot of my time and a lot of my life into handling that because I was so on the other side of the spectrum and I just didn't understand what the hell was going on, why I couldn't get no girls. So I put a lot of time and energy in that. So I have that down, right? Like I have a system that's just down, that's just based on years of experience and all that shit. So I know what to do. But what I'm telling you is this stuff, when you get this area of your life handled, you can relax. Like, fuck, I can get women, bro. Finally, this shit is handled. I can focus on my shit. So the 3 areas that I focus on. Grounded masculinity. When you approach a woman, if you're not grounded in your masculinity, she's going to reject you. That's why when you notice when you build up social momentum, women respond to you better because you become more grounded by building up social momentum. But the thing is, can you maintain that? You have to embody. You don't want to just have it temporarily. And so I show you how to build it up and keep it and make it a part of you, embody it, right? You become a grounded masculine man. That's just who you are. In other words, an attractive man. Because traction is masculine energy, feminine energy. Masculine energy attracts feminine energy. Masculine energy that's kind of all over the place, feminine energy can't really fuck with it like that. But when the masculine energy is grounded, the feminine energy can fuck with it. You know what I mean? You cover and contain the feminine energy. You let the feminine energy do its thing, and you keep it grounded. That's the attraction, bro. Watch the dynamic. When you see a grounded masculine man and a feminine woman, watch the dynamic. You'll see he safeguards the environment, and she's able to just be feminine and be bubbly and be cute and pretty and all that shit. And he keeps her safe. That's the dynamic. So grounded masculinity. Second one, authentic expression. In order to connect with women and connect with the right women, you have to express yourself authentically. If you're being fake and putting up a facade, you'll attract the wrong women. Or you might attract no women. Right? We don't want those results. We want to attract the right women and the women we want. Okay? So authentic expression, very important. I'll go into detail with that in the program. And then the third one, leadership. A man is supposed to lead. Masculine energy is supposed to lead. It's not supposed to follow feminine energy. That's a huge mistake. Guys try to get a girl by following her, by chasing after her. Hey, you want to go on a date? Hey, how come you didn't answer my text? Hey, well, what happened? You don't think I'm cute enough? What? What kind of game is that? In what way is that masculine? In what way is that grounded? Is that a role model? Is that somebody we could look at and be like, I want to be like him? The guy that's chasing after girls, the guy that'll do whatever spin around in circles and do a backflip to get the girl? Bro, that's the incorrect frame. So, but you want to lead. So I show you how to lead. I show you how to, be the kind of guy that when you're interacting with a woman, you lead the conversation, right? Because you're assertive. You know what you want. You have your standards. You know what type of woman you want. You know what type of man you are, and you stick to that. You're grounded in that. You're not gonna change for just because a girl's beautiful. Her beauty is supposed to test you. It's supposed to bring tension and see how grounded you are. That's the whole point, right? It's a challenge. But if you hold your ground, she will submit, right? Because she wants to submit, but she wants to submit to the right man, to a strong man that can handle her, that can elevate her life, make her life better. All right. So those are the three things. I teach you this in my Sexy Beast program. You handle these three areas, you will attract high caliber women. Women you find physically attractive that you vibe with. Your dating life handled, all right? Abundance, options. Rotation, you'll have a rotation. You want a girlfriend, you'll have a girlfriend. The Sexy Beast program, 12-week program, 3 months, me and you working together. I'm gonna give you action steps on how you build your grounded masculinity, how you become authentic in your expression, and how you lead and how you attract high caliber women. And this program is only $500. It's only $500 for now, okay? I guarantee you the price is gonna go up in the future, right? Because my time is getting limited and limited as we go, right? But right now, we're in the beginning stages of this group, right? I think we're at 100 members now, so it is growing pretty fast. I just opened the group maybe a week or 2 weeks ago. So the group is growing really fast, right? So the program's $500 now. If you want to handle this area of life, get in the program, bro. I'm telling you, just get in the program, right? Your life is now. Don't wait until the future. Don't wait until it's 1,000, then it's 1,500, it's 2,500, then it's 10,000. Don't wait, bro. Handle this shit now, bro. Handle your life now. Because that's what I did. I handled my life right when I got out of high school and I was able to drive and I was able to make shit happen. Boom, I started making moves. I started taking action. Okay? Didn't waste no time. Because enough is enough, bro. Get sick and tired of the same shit. Sick and tired of no girlfriend. Sick and tired of no dates. Sick and tired of, no love, no connection, feeling lonely. Just get this shit handled, bro. I'm telling you. And I'll help you do it. I'll help you do it. I hope you get this area of life handled. Boom. And it will reflect on other areas. You will be more motivated. You'll be more motivated to bring up your income. You'll be more motivated to, be disciplined in your life. You'll be more motivated, maybe work out more. You know what I mean? Eat healthy. You'll start taking care of yourself more because you're like, fuck, I am worthy of some women, you know? There is some women that fuck with me, you know? All right, so hit me up. Send me a message if you're interested in the Sexy Beast program. I'll give you the details and we'll talk about it. All right, see you in the next one. Peace.